Over the past few days, we have been going ham in the shop, reorganizing, getting things reset up. Those get hung up this week. Don't stress that. They're gonna go way up there. But we have been hardcore cleaning, reorganizing, and I guess spring cleaning. I had all of that wiring left over from the 17 STI when we did the chassis harnesses and all that. It was like 200 pounds of wiring that I took to the dump, and I've done a couple other dump runs. So we're clearing things out and we're reorganizing, resetting up the shop because I want it to feel a little more studio-esque. I want better lighting. I want everything to just be better for video production wise. So over the next couple videos, you guys will probably see things continue to improve in here, so just bear with me as we're going through that. But today we're knocking out some stuff that I've got sitting around for the 2007 STI that we have. The hexagon lights look so freaking cool. Once they're up there, the lighting will be way better, but they provide a decent amount of light. We have a set of OEM JDM STI mirrors. These are the power folding mirrors. I am big hyped on power folding mirrors because it's just a flex to have in the United States, because we don't get Subarus with power folding mirrors. Like, we have the manual mirrors where you just push them in like that, but one of the things that's going to be nice also is because when this car was repainted, they oversprayed everything. So you guys can see a whole bunch of overspray on the mirrors. So with these new ones, they're going to replace all of that. Now I do need to take off my top shelf and rare parts glass. So we'll transfer over our glass from these mirrors to our new mirrors, and then we'll wire these up. And then I have a project for Melanie today. She's going to take some of the World Rally Blue spray paint that I have and test paint a flare piece, one of my scrap ones back there, so that way we can see how close the color match will be between what the car has been repainted as and then just like the factory spray can I have. If it's wildly off, I'm just gonna buy wrap for the car. If it's close enough, we'll just paint the flares. So let's start off with our mirrors here. So we gotta start by getting off the door cards here. There should be a little screw, a little Phillips head screw behind this little cup inside of the door there. And then there's gonna be another one right in there, and then the rest of this door is just kind of held on by pop clips. I couldn't find the factory JDM button to be able to push the button and have the mirrors fold in. So instead, I'm going to reroute that to my intercooler spray button, and we'll just use the intercooler spray button as our little button to be able to retract the mirrors in. Come on, release, there we go. 3 Phillips head screws holding the mirror on. And there we go. Pop this wiring through. So out of pure curiosity, I want to figure out which wire does what. Like which one is retract in, retract out. So right now the mirrors are obviously folded outwards. So I just grabbed 2 wires here. I'm just going to twist them up to the 2 that I cut off. Like I said, the 2 wires that are going to be for the power folding are gray and then brown with red stripe. That cool? Mm-hmm. That's dope. That's freaking cool, right?
Magic.
So we got the wiring pretty much figured out. It just switches voltage. The ground becomes the power and the power becomes the ground to make the mirror go in and out. So let's go ahead and pop off the other mirror. We'll get some wires ran from that side of the car to this side of the car. And then like I said, we're gonna use the intercooler spray button to make the mirrors come in and out. If that doesn't work, then we'll just use a normal switch. It's not a big deal, but I'd like to use a factory switch that we're not currently using anymore, because with the front mount and the carbon hood and everything, there's just no point really. Comes up and out, just like the other side, which is no problem. We can just pop this guy up and out. Oh, okay, yeah, this piece just does pop out. So that is what's actually just holding the door card in. And then now I can take the whole freaking door card off. Oh! Get to this loom here that runs inside of the car. So this whole piece right here is gonna have to come off anyways. I think this is the most I've really taken this car apart before. But that should give us access to somewhere in here. There should be a loom that transfers through. Okay, there's one. If I can get one, I can get the other one. It's right there. Okay, so now I need to try to feed it through all of this tube, which is gonna suck. Okay, no, I just got it to come apart. That works. Okay, I can see my wires right there. Beautiful. And then this guy will go in through here. with the rest of the wires. And then up right there. Slide you in. Everything I just did on this side, let me go do to that side, because it's not gonna be fun.
Well, while Tanner's working on wiring his side mirrors, I'm going to be spray painting whatever this thing is. Extra flare piece. Here we go. Oh, it's like splotchy.
Like that, and then we should be able to come up and didn't break. There we go. So we have our test piece done here, and it's actually not too far off. Like with the amount of orange peel that's in it, I feel like it's fairly similar to what's on the car. But I feel like that's not bad.
I feel like it's pretty close.
I feel like that's not bad at all. Like the whole car's been repainted, so
Hold on.
you can still definitely kind of tell it's spray paint, but honestly, I think what we just spray painted looks better.
They're pretty similar.
Fuck it, we're gonna do these pieces. This is not what I was expecting to do today, but that's okay. That's all right, right? So I'm gonna prep this one first. So get off any dirt and schmoo and whatnot. I feel like you did a really good job on that one. I think it came out really well.
Thank you.
So this will be, I guess, our first test piece. Worst case scenario, like I was saying, if we don't like it, we wrap it. But, all right, I guess I will start doing the first coat. You know how many people have yelled at me about the flares still being white?
Well, we didn't know what we were doing with them yet.
The spray paint I feel like came out way better than I was anticipating.
Does wrap stick better to paint or to whatever that is? So even if we decide to wrap them, it'll be kind of good that we painted them, right?
Yeah, I mean, either way. I told you what I got quoted from a couple paint shops.
No.
$2,400.
That doesn't seem awful to me.
I feel like that's insanely high.
To paint a car?
To paint just the flares.
Oh, then yes, I could see that.
For a whole car, I'd be like, it probably wouldn't be the best paint job, but I'd probably do it.
I thought you meant $2,400 for the whole car.
No, $2,400 for the flares.
That seems unreasonable.
I think that was the go-away price.
So it does sound like a go-away price.
There we go. So now as I finish other ones, I can just set them right here.
I think that's My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion.
Go on. My name's Mel and I like cheese. Yes, I do. You know, people told me to try out for American Idol. Do you think I'd win?
Yes.
You lied. You straight just lied to me. My feelings are hurt.
You'd win in people's hearts.
In people's hearts. I don't know why I was wanting to go like straight through a paint shop for all this. When I said from the beginning, this is my like I don't care car. And I just want it to be for funsies for us. So why spend all the money on a paint shop? You know what I mean? I feel like it just came out a lot heavier right there.
I agree.
Try to do the first coat a little more even to see if that makes the color a little bit more even as it comes out. I can definitely tell it's spray painted, but I think we'll see how it looks after the clear coat. I can't judge it too much till after the clear coat, so we're gonna let these cure for 20 minutes or so. We'll do some more coats. We'll do one more coat of blue on this one, 2 more on those ones. Clear, 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 clear. Then we'll pull the rears off and do the rears next. I'm curious to see how it's gonna come out. That test piece that we did didn't look too bad. The clear coat was looking perfect up until this last coat.
Maybe we didn't wait long enough between?
I waited the 15 minutes as per the internet told me.
As per the internet.
No, the internet told me to wait 15 minutes. Maybe if I put them here? But it's, yeah, see look, it's like cloudy in like certain spots for some reason. And it wasn't like that up until this last coat of clear. Maybe it is just condensation because I just blew on it and it looks the same. Nope, because there it is. This should be, we have 2 more coats of blue on this one. That one's ready for clear coat. And then we got one on the car, which we'll show you guys in a minute. Honestly, for spray paint, it's not terrible. Could be worse. Awkward areas first, Tanner. Awkward areas first. Now we wait on those. Let me show you these, or this one real quick. So here is the one that we did. Color match actually isn't too bad. It did get a little bit hazy in some spots, but I'm pretty sure that we can polish that out. If not, it's not the end of the world. This car already has kind of a bad paint job on it. It's not a perfect paint match, but it's pretty close, I'd say. What would you say?
I'd give it like an 8 out of 10.
Rattle can that we just did is not the same color as the car. Since the car's been repainted in single stage World Rally Blue, it's not actually World Rally Blue. Putting this car next to another World Rally Blue car, you can clearly see a difference between them. And I think that's another reason why the paint shop, because the paint shops are quoting me like $2,400 because they said that they really needed to blend the flares to the body of the car. And the couple that I talked to, I told them, I was like, I don't care if it's a perfect match or not because it's already been repainted. It's not a great paint job. I was like, I just wanted the same color. And for $2,400, this is more of a viable option. And like we were talking about earlier, at the end of the day, if we're really not super happy with it, we can wrap the car, but it's my daily. It doesn't need to be perfect. It sees rain, it sees dirt, it sees all the weather, and it gets beat up. So in my opinion, I don't really think it needs it. I was telling you guys about the haziness in the clear coat that we were getting, and I did a quick Google and it said that you can potentially clear it out with a heat gun while the clear coat's still curing, and it worked. Like pretty much all the haziness is gone at this. Pretty sick. There's a couple more in this area which I might hit. Now there is a downside to it. It does give you a little bit of fish eyes in the paint, but we're gonna be sanding it with 2000 grit anyways, and then polishing it, so we should be able to get a decent amount of those out. Plus, if you look at the paint from whoever painted it last time, there's already fish eyes in it, or actually no, those are just fish eyes. There's already fish eyes in the paint, so technically, all we did was just match it. Brain. But there's 2 pieces left that still need to be hit with a heat gun, so I wanted to show you guys this because it works pretty freaking well. You guys can see the haziness. I'll turn the heat gun on low and just waft it over it, and then the haziness will start to go away. Don't hold it in one spot too long because it will bubble the paint since it is still fresh. But there it goes, it's starting to disappear and it's gone in that spot. I move over here. Cool little trick if you get a little bit of haziness. From what I was reading, they said it was moisture trapped under the clear coat, and while the clear coat's still curing, you can do this to remove it. Now there are some fish eyes starting to come through on it, but we knew that would happen.
And what's the fish eye?
It's like the little pinholes that you see in the paint. Normally it's from like chemical reactions, but in our case, that looks pretty good. There's a little bit of haziness right there in the corner still. And just like that, it's gone. A couple people messaged me on Instagram. They said they've had some pretty good results with this paint. This one I actually don't see too much haziness in. Good, we'll let those cure. So we're still going on the last 2 pieces. This one's got 1 more thing of clear to go. The other one has 2. So once we get these cleared, we'll let them sit for probably a half hour, and if we see any haziness, we'll hit them with the heat gun. We'll jet out of here, come back in the morning. I will sand them with some 2000 grit sandpaper, and we will polish them and get them on the car permanently. And then you guys can stop yelling at me about not having painted my flares or mismatched flares. So with the flares on, I don't think it looks bad. The car is all blue now. However, it's different shades of blue. We're 50 shades of blue right now, all right? Because we have the car that's been repainted. We've got the mirrors that are from an OEM JDM STI that was painted factory World Rally blue. And then we have my rattle can job, which honestly, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. I think it'll look better after we sand and polish them, but it's all one color now, so quit yelling at me. Now, I still have the door pieces that I have to paint and get on there, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now because I have to do some body work to get those on there, but you know, it's all one color now, and I don't think it looks bad. You can definitely tell in different lighting that they're slightly a different shade. The flares are a couple shades lighter than the actual body of the car, but the flares match the mirrors for the shade of blue. It's just like when they repainted this car, they didn't use like factory World Rally blue. But I don't think they look bad by any means. For a rattle can job, I feel like that looks half decent. The car itself seems to be more purple than blue for at least the pigmentation of it, but honestly, that really doesn't look bad. That really is not bad for a fucking spray paint job. I would say that was worth saving $2,400 in my opinion for a paint shop to go through and spray them and like paint match them. Obviously, if a body shop would have done it and actually paint matched them and blended everything, it would look a lot more cohesive, but I don't think it's worth $2,400 worth cohesive, if you know what I mean. That's so not bad. That is not bad. What do you guys think? Was it worth spray painting and saving the $2,400? In certain angles, you can definitely tell that the colors are not a 100% match for shade, but honestly, like I said, this car's my daily driver. I don't think it needs to be 100% perfect, and I don't think spending $2,400 would have been the right move for it anyways, but I think that just looks and came out beautiful. Look at that, dude, that looks so fucking good. I love it. Let me get the 17 STI and the 911 put back in the shop right now, And then I'm gonna snag some photos of this. Maybe I'll snag a couple more B-roll things, but dude, it actually doesn't look bad. I'm about it. I think it was worth it. Let's see if this thing will start up first try. I should probably grab the keys. That's all I got for you guys on this one. 07 STI is almost done. I got a couple more things that I got to get on the car, and then that car should be wrapped up for the time being. We can just enjoy that one as is. The 17 STI is pretty much wrapped up, so we can enjoy that one as is throughout the summertime, which means I can put pretty much all my focus on the RX-7 here shortly, which is ideally what I want to get jumping on. It's just I don't want to have to go back and forth between projects, because I would rather just focus on one, build one car, go through that step by step at a time. Shop updates are gonna keep coming in. I got more stuff coming for here. Lights are getting hung up. I'm bringing over all of my stuff. We're gonna grab some new stuff. If you guys have any good suggestions for like tools, lighting, equipment, things like that to have around the shop, feel free to throw it down below. So if you guys like the video, you know what to do. Go ahead, hit that like button, turn it black, blue, green, yellow, purple, silver, sight, and whatever color it turns for you. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel and you want to be able to put it in one of these corners, no idea which one quite yet, but with that, I'll catch you guys in the next one. So peace out, homies. Woo!